When you go to visit someone that you love and you care about, and you really love that person, when you leave, you have a sense of their presence. There's a residue feeling of happiness and love and closeness because you just spent time with someone that you love. The truth is, it works even if you don't know the person. If you go to visit somebody who's a great tzaddik or a great tzaddikus, and after you leave, you feel the impression of their personality. You feel their warmth, you feel their closeness, and it stays with you for a period of time. It's sort of like the opposite of having a really terrible nightmare. When you have a nightmare, that feeling sometimes stays with you for a while. So when you talk to someone who's a great tzaddik, you feel, oh, I enjoy the feeling afterwards. Now let's say that person was one of the greatest tzaddikim that ever lived. Talking to Moshe Rabbeinu would make you feel afterwards incredible. You'd feel an overwhelming sense of his presence after you spoke to him. The residue of his personality and his great righteousness and his warmth would be overflowing. Now, let's say that the one you're speaking to is HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself. When you talk to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he's the source of all good. He is the ultimate goodness. The interaction with him is the ultimate pleasure. So when we speak to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we have the ability to leave the experience with a feeling of awe and love and closeness and just feeling good in a way that we can't really get any other way. Now let's say that you don't feel that after you daven. You don't have that feeling of closeness to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's one time during the year, more than any other time, that Hashem brings himself close to us, and that's right now during the Aseret Yemei Tshuva. This is the time that it's easiest to make the relationship, to feel that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is here. All we have to say to him is, Hashem, I'm trying to come closer to you. Please help me feel that you're here. Give me emunah chushis. Give me the feeling that you're here and you're watching and you're looking and I'm in your presence. Now we practice this 3 times a day. The halacha is that when we daven, we don't daven out loud. We daven Shmona Esrei, we say the Amidah, and we also don't daven silently. We move our lips and we say the words quietly enough in a whisper that we can hear what we're saying, but not so loudly that someone else who's nearby can also hear us. So the only time you speak to somebody in a whisper is when they're very, very close. So the whispering that we do in the Shmona Esrei is something that conditions us to feel that Hashem is here. He's everywhere, the truth is, but he's also here. He's not just out there everywhere and you picture the whole world. He's also right here. Now the Aseret Yemei Tshuva is a special time to feel this closeness. On Yom Kippur Bifrat. Yom Kippur is a time when HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I want you to be like Malachim. I don't want you to have distractions of the physical world. You're not eating and you're not drinking and you're not using shoes, not bathing yourself. All these different things are taking us away from the physical to focus just on HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So this is a unique opportunity once a year to be close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to give us a dugma, an example of that closeness. And we can say to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, just like I feel that closeness now, please don't go away. Let me feel that feeling the entire year. And if you do that, if we ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu on Yom Kippur to help us feel close to him and help us to sense that he's here, he's going to help us. A Gemara Chasima Toiva.